Eli Stowers.
Yep.
Tight end from Vanderbilt. Tell us about him, Ryan.
Yeah, I do. Let me get to my tight end section here.
No problem.
The thing that's going to freak people out, this kid's 235 pounds.
He's a big receiver.
He is a big receiver, but this kid's from Denton, Texas, by the way. He's a former high school quarterback. The long, lanky build. He plays all over the formation. Matter of fact, he's a transfer from a couple of different places, as most of these kids are. He played with Pavia.
Diego?
Yeah, Diego Pavia in New Mexico. And so you can line this guy. He will line up in line. You can line him up in the slot. You can line him up wide. This guy's a weapon catching the football, I think. I think you'll see him extend to make plays in front of him, behind him. I think his length does a really good job of getting that job done catching the football. Yeah. I think he's a natural hands catcher. Yes, you could watch the Alabama game, and there was 2 drops that he had that were bad that I saw. And so, but I think overall, when you watch this kid play, whether it's Texas and Tennessee in those games, you could see him catching the ball. He's kind of a crafty route runner with the way he does things. Mm-hmm. You could see him up the sidelines. You could see him across the field in those mesh concepts that run into traffic. I think he could find soft spots and zones. He plays with some body control for the position. He gets yards after the catch. You could see in the Texas game, they throw him a ball inside the 7-yard line, and he's banging off defenders to get into the end zone. So for 235, he showed a little bit of some toughness, able to finish that particular catch. He doesn't have a traditional frame of a tight end, and I mean that in a way of the bulk. But he's kind of a get-in-the-way shield blocker. You know, Aisha Morrison yesterday on the Stack, she was asked the question, these tight ends, who blocks? Yeah. Who blocks anymore? Yeah. You know, he doesn't have the power to blow anybody off the ball. But the way he navigates his routes and the big-time receptions you see, like down the field, him extending and making plays, they are pretty impressive. I've got him in the 3rd round myself.
I got him in the 3rd also, Brian.
Yeah, but I have him with, when you start to talk about the other tight ends, I have him on top of the Ohio State kid. I don't know if you've seen Claire yet. And then Trigg. Mm-hmm. And I know our show yesterday on the Stack, Zach Wolchuk, Aisha Morrison were really, really high on Trigg. Baylor, I think you were very similar to that when we had that conversation as well.
Yep, I have a 4 on a Trigg though, but Stowers, I got a 3 on him, Brian. Catches the ball no matter where it is. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. The ball will be all over the place and he'll catch it, Brian. I like yak ability. Sure, I like yak ability, and you see him get a little bit more from the yak. You said it, Brian. He lines up either in line. Yeah, he lines up at a wing a whole bunch though. A lot. And they'll motion him around. Right. So he's a big part of that offense. One nerdy offensive thing that I kind of got into watching them, Vanderbilt have a lot of interesting offensive run blocking sets. Sure. They have a bunch of weird run blocking sets. And as a tight end, he does all those things well. Yeah. So what that leads me to believe is that if he gets to the league, he can just pick up any system. Yeah. You know, because sometimes I saw him pull one time. Yeah. Pull and lead, or he's out blocking while everybody else is kind of going this way, or he's, you know, climbing to the next level. He doesn't, like you said, he doesn't have the frame or the power to move people. Mm-hmm. But I think he run blocks pretty cool, though. Yeah. And I didn't see him pass block a whole bunch. It was mostly chips and then go run a route. Right. But you want him running routes for the most part, Brian. Right. I like him a lot. What else I got that you didn't say? I like him as a route runner. I didn't think that he was super technical as a route runner, but I think he runs routes with a lot of savviness to him. You know what I'm saying? Like he'll find leverage and things like that, or he'll know right where to cut something off. He runs kind of strange. It's kind of slinky the way I kind of flopping around. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You ain't wrong. But they also line him up outside to the slot, and they'll wheel route him to death. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Go up and then kind of out to the sideline or whatever, and deep ball. I like, you know, he's in the 3rd for me, Brian. He might be like a late 3rd, maybe like a mid 3rd for me, like a 1-3-5 type guy. Okay, 1-3-6. That's kind of where I got him. Okay, but I like the player though. I like the player. Yeah. The 235 scares me a little bit. I think that's what tight ends are.
Yeah.
I think this idea of I'm going to get this super balanced dude that's big and he blocks and he's all these Gronk
complete tight ends.
Complete tight end.
Yeah.
I think tight ends are more like running backs now.
Okay.
I think they're more like running backs now. Look at what Seattle did. You know, Seattle got a bunch of tight ends and one dude that's notoriously a blocker.
Yeah.
They throw it at him a couple times because who would have thought we ever would have did that? Schoonmaker, catch a damn ball where we throw it to you, boy.